Well, we're sitting here in a Relu's laboratory, and we have gained some power. Let's take our 4th mythic rank. Starting with Tamari, of course. Can't select anything else, and nothing else is unlocked. We get Aeon Bane. That's pretty nice. So it's basically Bane, which is +2 attacks and extra damage, and I can use it right now for 8 rounds per day. Mythic feat. Now, there just aren't a lot of mythic feats that improve Tamari's attack rolls. And there aren't many mythic feats that significantly improve her armor class. Mythic dodge, +1. Weapon focus, +1. She will never have greater weapon focus. So, that's it. Weapon specialization, that scales with mythic rank. However, mythic deadly aim scales with class rank and will be better than mythic weapon specialization. I just want to check something right now. Extra feat. I want to see if you need the prerequisites. Like, could I take greater weapon focus? Which ordinarily requires 8 fighter levels. Does not look like it. Yeah, greater weapon focus, greater weapon specialization. So I still need the prerequisites if I take an extra feat. So we are going to take Mythic Deadly Aim. Eventually she's also going to take Mythic Improved Critical, but she doesn't have Improved Critical yet. So that's it. Spell. She gets another 1st level spell. Looks like she has some 2nd level spells. 1st level spells, those are what she has. Let's take Shield of Faith just in case. Although, I think her castle level is double her mythic rank. So right now it's only castle level 8. So that would only be a +3 Shield of Faith. We're getting our Shield of Faith from Sosiel. And Sosiel's, of course, last 24 hours. Let's take Shield of Faith anyway. 2nd level. Definitely not taking anything that requires attacks or things like that. I get 2 2nd level spells. Once we have Crystal Mind, standard action. Hopefully other people can take care of it. Swift action, so that's useful. Every time the target attacks, it's dealt some damage. Lasts for 1 round per forecast level, so it lasts for 2 rounds right now. So if it takes a full attack, like a barrel is taking 10 attacks, would it take that attack every time? Other than that, it's not really all that useful. But at least it's a swift action. Standard action. So I guess so. Like, yeah. Definitely not useful for our archers because we get lots of attacks at our full base attack bonus. There's really no reason to take a -2 penalty. Just to improve our 3rd and eventually 4th attacks. So no. I could see maybe for Regill, maybe for Grey Boar, maybe for Woljif, but no, almost certainly not. So what are we gonna take? We get 2 second level spells. Let's go and take Cure Moderate, and I guess remove Paralysis. You know, eventually maybe we'll find a Quicken Meta Magic Rod and she could help somebody become unparalyzed. That is it. Next up is Lann. Alright. Lann right now has 2 reasonable choices. One of them is improved critical. This is part of the reason why I took the improved critical normal feat back at level 11, so that I could get Mythic improved critical. Effectively, this is whenever it crits, it's effectively 1 extra arrow. So right now, crits are the same as 3 arrows instead of 1. So with Mythic improved critical, it would be a single crit is worth 4 arrows. So, you know, it's pretty nice. He gets lots of attacks, so he gets a reasonable number of crits. However, when we gained level 13, I decided to go down the Vital Strike line. And this, instead of just doubling the base damage on Vital Strike, you also get the extra damage from strength and the weapon and other things. So I'm going to take this. Even though right now Mythic improved critical is probably better, I'm going to take Mythic Vital Strike. I just want to see it in action. Lann is done. Next up looks like Ember. Ember is going to take Favored Meta Magic, which looks like it's an extra Mythic ability, probably. Yeah, I don't see it here, so she could take Enduring Spells. This would make her heroisms last 24 hours. And there might be some other spells. Oh, Mage Armor, but that's not a big deal. She could extend those and make it last more than 24 hours. There it is. Favored Meta Magic. Alright. I'm hoping we get to take this for different Meta Magic feats that we have. So right now I'm going to take Favored Meta Magic Maximize. I hope later I'm going to be able to take Favored Meta Magic Quicken. The reason I'm doing it in this order is because Maximize increases the spell level by 3. So to cast a Maximize Scorching Ray uses a level 5 slot. Quicken increases it by 4. So right now, a Quicken Scorching Ray takes a level 6 slot. If I were to take Favored Meta Magic Quicken, that would drop it down to a level 5 slot. And then that would be competing with the Maximize Scorching Rays. So I'm going to take Maximize first, just so we're not putting too much pressure on any one particular level of slots. Hopefully later I'll be able to take Favored Meta Magic Quicken, but if not, we'll live with it. Done. Although I don't know why. It's giving us Goggles of Pure Sight as a special ability gained by this. Nenio. Nenio has a lot of things to take. Eventually, she wants to take abundant casting, improved abundant casting, and whatever the third one is, greater, presumably. However, she also needs to start taking spell penetration stuff, and she also needs her fire spells to be able to ignore resistances and immunities. Because I don't know if something doesn't take any damage on a Sirocco, and I wish I would have had the opportunity to test this, but I still haven't cast it. If something has resistance or immunity to fire, I don't know if they can still be tripped by the Sirocco. So eventually I'm going to need to get the ability that allows you to ignore stuff like that. That's Ascended Element, I think. Yes. However, right now, if it doesn't pass spell resistance, it doesn't do anything. So we are going to take Mythic spell penetration, which, since she already has greater spell penetration, this is a +4 bonus right now, and that gets bumped up with every Mythic feat, or every Mythic rank. Done. Sosiel. The plan for Sosiel was to start getting down the abundant spellcasting line, so he has more spell slots, so he can use them on more people. However, I found something else that seems pretty interesting, and that is not Domain Zealot. He doesn't need to use his abilities as a swift action, unless he still has a choice of using it as a standard action as well. Then he could do his Touch of Good and his Bit of Luck in a single turn. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Impossible Domain. So I could take any other domain and get the domain powers from that. And I want the community domain powers, because that gives us Guarded Hearth. It can only be used once per day, and it affects an area. It doesn't affect the people, it only affects the areas. While you're in that area, you get huge sacred bonuses on saving throws and attack rolls. That's pretty good. So it effectively will only work for one combat per day because it's in the area, but this is going to be a great ability for boss fights. Having Calming Touch is pretty useful too. It's an easier way of removing fatigue, because I typically don't prepare Lesser Restoration. So we're going to take the community domain now, and then we're going to start going with abundant spellcasting, probably at Mythic rank 5. Finally, we have Regill. And there really isn't all that much that helps his attack rolls right now. He doesn't have greater weapon focus yet, so I might take Mythic weapon focus later. But right now, this would only give him a +1 on his attack rolls. Which, I mean, this only gives him a +2 on his attack rolls, but, you know, 2 is twice as good. Unfortunately, it doesn't scale. It's time to make him do some more damage, and the best way of doing that is going to be power attack. Again, weapon specialization will also scale with levels, but power attack is going to work better. Alright. We are done. Alright, thank you for joining me. And let's save this game and get out of here. Sayonara.